Right now, mentally, I can't take it. I see a Home Depot, it sends me into a panic attack. We was almost done, probably another 2 minutes, and we would have been leaving. It's a scene that you think you would never be a part of, because, I've seen it on TV, I've seen it on movies, but I've never thought that it would be me in a situation like that, and I definitely never thought that, it would happen to somebody I love.
Authorities said a man opened fire inside a Home Depot store in Florida. Once deputies and police officers responded to the store in Pensacola, they found an 18-year-old fatally shot and 2 other people injured. The suspect was taken into custody a short time later, and according to police, the incident was not random, and the suspect planned this out with his mother. Brooklyn Dior was a vibrant and outgoing 18-year-old mother who always had a smile on her face. To know Brooklyn was to love her. She could light up a whole room with just one smile. She loved spending time with her friends and family. According to them, Brooklyn was a loving and devoted mother to her beautiful daughter Casey, who was a reflection of her.
Yeah, you got it, baby. You got it. Come on.
Brooklyn shared 2-year-old Casey with her ex, 20-year-old Keith. Although reports did not go into further detail about the nature of their relationship, friends and family say their relationship was always unstable. Court records show Keith was charged twice in the last 2 years with DV.
When it first occurred, I was aware, and then there was a hiatus, so to speak, because she took him to court, did the steps she had to take to make sure he was out of her way, and somehow or another this ended up being the result of everything that's going on. How he was even out to be able to do something like this, I don't know. In my opinion, I feel like it was if I can't have you, no one can have you, because the last time I talked to my sister, she just wanted to be a good mother, raise her daughter. She was looking to start her job, get her an apartment.
It's just been a little rough situation between them as far as them trying to be together, and recently she's just been trying to co-parent with him. That's all she kind of wanted to do. All she ever talked about was that baby. Casey is and was her life.
Brooklyn was only focused on making a better life for herself and her daughter. The Alabama teen was working very hard on that. She eventually started working at a Home Depot in Pensacola, Florida, where she was a contracted employee to a third-party company. According to reports, everything was going well for the young mother until her child's father unexpectedly ambushed her. Unfortunately, Brooklyn's life was cut tragically short by her daughter's father while working on her shift at Home Depot. It was Friday around 1:22 p.m. when the incident occurred. Keith turned down aisle 52 where Brooklyn, her friend Pernell, and another woman employee were working. According to her friend, she said she was just a few steps away from Brooklyn at the time of the incident with her back towards Keith. Brooklyn was shot several times and died on the scene, while bullets grazed Pernell and the other employee as they ran away.
Parnell is one of 2 other victims who suffered minor gunshot wounds. She tells me she and Sims were almost off work.
We was almost done, probably another 2 minutes, and we would have been leaving. It's a scene that you think you would never be a part of, because, I've seen it on TV, I've seen it on movies, but I've never thought that it would be me in a situation like that, and I definitely never thought that, it would happen to somebody I love. Any woman that is going through any type of domestic situation, get help. Don't be scared. I just don't want this to continue to happen. It's not fair to people's families. It's not fair to people's kids.
Immediately, authorities were alerted that there was an active shooter inside the store. A Home Depot employee named Jessica called 911 from inside the store.
Well, I came back from a lunch break. I went behind the counter to go pick up my trusty iPad I use for surveying. And I was talking to a coworker, and I heard pop, 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 like 5 or 6 rounds go off. And I realized it was a gun, and I told him, I said, duck and cover. And I went right up underneath the counter, back behind the main counter, and I was sat there Indian style, and I called 911. I spoke with the nice lady. She told me to stay on the line. I gave her all the information I could, told her where the shooting occurred. I didn't see it. I just heard it, and I realized it was an active shooter. And then I was talking to her, giving her the exact location of where we were, telling her about aisle 3 on the entrance, and then I heard someone was hurt, and I said, also, please send paramedics. And I stayed with her on the line until the police arrived and told us to evacuate.
I know you're still processing. It just happened maybe an hour ago.
Roughly within the last 45 minutes.
Have you had it? Did you check to see some of your other friends if they were okay? Or
they pretty much ran for it, from what I could see. I stayed in, out of sight, out of mind. Usually, if you run from an active shooter, it's more of a target for them. So you want to duck and cover. And I just called 911. I was very calm, very collected. Gave the operator all the information that I knew. She was very helpful, very kind and compassionate, and just told me to stay on the line until deputies arrived, and then they swarmed the place. And apparently someone gave a very good description. They were found. They have the suspect in custody. And I don't know how many people were injured. I heard just one died. And then while I was outside with my fellow employees, there was EMS called. I guess someone passed out. Yeah.
What do you? I hate to ask this, but what do you think? I mean, like, have you even had a chance to think about just a normal day at work?
You know, the thing is this is happening more and more often. I mean, you see stuff like this on the news, and you don't ever think, hey, it's going to happen to me. But I'm very happy that I was here today. I was feeling kind of sick this morning, and I came to work anyways, and I'm glad I was here because I felt like making that 911 phone call really, my boss said saved a few lives.
Once police arrived, deputies discovered Brooklyn deceased, and the other 2 victims were taken to seek help. Within the first 48 hours, police announced they believed Brooklyn was targeted, while the other 2 were unfortunate casualties. According to reports, Keith allegedly called 911 shortly after the incident and turned himself in at Mellow Mushroom.
An hour ago, we got a call that there was an active shooter inside Home Depot. Obviously, we had a rather large response assisted by Pensacola Police Department, Florida Highway Patrol. What we found when we got in there is we do have one confirmed victim, one deceased confirmed victim. We're still trying to figure out if we had any more victims. I can tell you that the suspect in this case was broadcast over the radio, and then he called the Pensacola Police Department from the Mellow Mushroom, a restaurant on Bayou Boulevard, and then he turned himself in. So right now we have one deceased victim inside the Home Depot, and we have one suspect in custody en route to the sheriff's office.
Any idea what led up to it?
No, we're still trying to piece all this together. All we know is that we had a single male suspect. Again, at least one individual is deceased inside the store here, and we are looking at the potential there might be another that had already gone to the hospital. So all I know now is the suspect is in custody. He will be charged, obviously, with murder, and then we are looking to see if there's any other victims.
Authorities also announced that Keith's mother was also charged with principal to first-degree murder.
Well, the mother of suspect Keith A.G. is also charged, accused of helping him coordinate the murder.
Now, her mugshot was just released overnight by the Washington County Sheriff's Office in Alabama. WEAR's Sarah Gale joining us now. Now, we understand that police have found what seemed to be some pretty incriminating text messages. Good morning.
Investigators discovered that the suspect's mother knew about the incident and even helped him. Police also released the mother and son's text message thread before the incident occurred.
According to the sheriff's office, these are the text messages that took place between Keith and Sheila A.G. just prior to the homicide. Sheila, okay, I'll call you and tell you MF. If you want to go to jail, I'll tell you when we get close. But if you don't come, you a MFBCH. Sheila, don't call Nanny and tell her she will try and talk you out of it. Keith, Ian even gone tell her why I left. I'm just say I gotta go to the dentist. Sheila, don't even go there, she won't know you left. Don't shoot at my MF car, I don't want to die. Keith, I'm not. Sheila, wait till I put her out. Keith, I was gone. Wait till she got out. Sheila, okay. Keith, but that's another thing. If she don't get out that car, mama, and I have to drag her out, or can't IMA ask you to step out cause I'm open the door, just shoot her. Sheila, as long as you don't shoot me. Sheila, hell, if you're getting off work now, I'll give you the address here, and you can ride over here and do it so you don't have to do it in front of. Keith, send it to me. Sheila, we just in Pensacola. Keith, I'm OTW, send it. Sheila, hold up, let me get it, erase the texts, cause I don't want nobody to know I was texting you, stupid. Keith, I already deleted mine, trust me. Ian gone, say sure, ABT us, even talking TD. Keith, what's the address? Sheila, I can't wait to get back to that store to give you the address cause you're gonna have to shoot me today. I done told you about cussing me. Keith, all I want is that address, mama. I'm done talking. I done talked enough of what's gonna happen, and I'm okay with that. I done already been thinking it through, and this the only way for me. It why you so quick to start your with me, but again must be scared of Brooklyn or some it. Keith, she gone be on the floor, right? Sheila, waiting on you. Keith, I'm saying I'm gonna have to find her in the back or some. Sheila, nope. Keith, okay. Keith, stay out my way. Sheila, I am.
Currently, both are being held in a jail without bond, and at this time, there are no further updates on this case. Brooklyn's close friend and co-worker was one of the other two shooting victims. She said they are now trying to regain their peace while also seeking therapy. According to reports, Brooklyn's family and friends are still trying to heal together. The family had a balloon release to honor Brooklyn's life and to express the joy she brought to all of them.
Look, Casey, look.
Took the chance away from my niece to know her mother and know how amazing of a person she was. Her personality, the way she could make you laugh. She could walk in a room and not say anything and just light up the whole room.
Love you, bro.
I felt like I let my sister down, like I couldn't protect my little sister. And it's crazy because tomorrow my birthday. So it was just like, it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with.
The first time he did it, it was never okay. So, I mean, I wish things would have went differently. I wish maybe he could have got some type of help and things wouldn't have went this far. I wish it just could have not went this far because now it's just senseless.
I will continue to keep my thoughts and prayers with the friends and family of Brooklyn. I am completely speechless. That text message thread was absolutely disturbing and disgusting. I am praying for her daughter. I'll make sure I keep you all updated on the pleas and any further things in this case. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you all dearly. And with that being said, please don't forget to check on your loved ones.